Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcast and content creators.
Welcome. It's Thursday. It's Real Game. Real Game Podcast Thursday. What's this? March the 5th. We're happy to be here always on a Thursday, 3 o'clock. We come doing it. This is Keith A. King to the airways, and then I got my co-host with me.
Yes, sir. Anthony Stafford McDonald. A-Mac in the building, brother.
A-Mac.
Yes, sir.
It's another week, A-Mac.
Yes, sir. Women's History Month.
We still here, and then it is Women's History Month. We got a beautiful young lady that's going to come on the show and talk about some of the things that she's doing and been doing and all that stuff, right?
Yes, sir.
So without any further ado, we're going to bring to you Cheryl Ajamu from Ajamu Group Marketing Company. Cheryl, you there?
I am here. Good afternoon.
Hi, Cheryl.
What's up, Southside?
What up, though?
I didn't know you were from Memphis, so you learn stuff every day. So you're
Yes.
a Memphis person, huh? That's good.
Which means
Yeah.
she can promote your business and get your barbecue together all at the same time.
All at the same time. That's right.
Big
That's
up to
right.
Interstate 3rd Street and the Crystal Palace.
Right.
No,
A&J.
We're really happy to have you. I know you do a lot of things, wear a lot of hats. One of the top event planners in the market. So just tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the business, and then we're just going to have conversation from Memphis to Detroit.
Okay, so I've been a resident of Michigan for 30 years now.
Okay.
But I came here I came here and started my career in advertising at an ad agency doing some stuff for Chrysler. And then I ended up getting a job as a advertising sales rep for Black Entertainment Television.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of introduced me to the world of sponsorships, events, and things like this on a national scale. So when BET got sold to Viacom, the company was bought out by some guys who had started Vibe magazine, and we represented Savoy magazine, Heart and Soul, and Honey magazine. So I did that for a while, and then that company folded, and that's when I started my company in 2004.
2004. Wow, you didn't have it for quite a while. That's great.
Yes,
That's
21
great.
years. So yeah, so basically what we were initially doing was, people were hiring our company to represent their brand in market because of the automotive industry here being one of the top advertising spending industries in the world. And so I did, just again, securing advertising for Vibe and Heart and Soul, some Forbes magazine's properties. But in the course of that, I always liked doing events because when I was at Savoy magazine, when we sold a program, you had to manage it all the way through just because we were operating very lean. So you would get the deal to get the money to fund it, but then you had to oversee the project to make sure that everything was being handled. And so that was a skill that I kind of learned and liked. And so I started doing small events when I started my company, movie screenings and things like that.
Okay.
Because the auto show was a requirement for us to go to. We took clients every year. I noticed that there were not a lot of events that were targeting people of color. Back then, there was only one, the Urban Wheel Awards. Back
Correct.
then, it was on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And then, people were still coming in for the black tie, but there was nothing to do Monday through Thursday, until you got there besides eating. And so I came up with this concept, kind of like a TED Talks meets the Academy Awards, the Multicultural Media Luncheon, Auto
Okay.
Industry Awards. And it was held the Thursday before the charity preview. I did that for 12 years. And we brought in some top-notch celebrities / business owners who could really talk about how they use their brand and how they market their brand. So we had everybody from Magic Johnson to Alex Rodriguez, Boris Kojo, Kimura. We had the chairman of the Jordan brand at Nike, Jamel Hill, Stephen A.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember that event. I know when Magic Johnson was here for that. I was lucky enough to be in attendance. So, I didn't know the person behind it, but I was there, and it was very informative. A lot of good information. So Cheryl, being an entrepreneur, talk to me a little bit about that. I mean, because you didn't work corporate. You did a couple different things. You didn't work for a black company, but now having your own business for over 20 years. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
It can be challenging and rewarding at the same time, where you have to really buckle down and prepare yourself is the paperwork and the bureaucracy.
Right.
Having a business can be exciting because you greet people, it's yours, you own it, but at the same time you still have to be able to make sure that you got your paperwork in order. That's everything from your books so that you can pay your taxes to, being able to do business with these large corporations, because 95% of them have a portal that you got to go into and fill out a whole bunch of information before you get one dime from them. And if you're not used to, dealing with that type of requirements, it can be overwhelming. So that part of being an entrepreneur, you just have to be very disciplined, and you have to be focused too, because you're wearing a lot of different hats. So you got to be able to kind of manage several different things at one time. You always got to watch your money, which is probably number one, because if you don't, somebody else will watch it for you. You look up and they don't.
No, that is key. That is key. So no, you make some great points. Because a lot of people look at the glamour, quote unquote, of being an entrepreneur and not understanding. Like you said, you wearing all the hats. You may have to take out the garbage, and you may have to do the presentation. You may, have to answer the phone. I mean, there's a lot of things that goes into being an entrepreneur and having your own business. So I know Mac is the one that got you on the show, so I know he has some questions that he wanted to ask.
I just want to get your perspective on a person, not a native daughter of Detroit, but just talk about your experiences as breaking into this market, Black Hollywood in some respects. Just tell us about those experiences and tell us about the future of the Detroit HBCU Football Classic and other HBCU-driven events, because we're very pro-HBCU here, of course. I'm a Wilberforce grad, and big ups to Kentucky State for winning the last Detroit Football Classic. Just tell us about where we're going with that, what's the future of it, how we can support future HBCU-driven initiatives that are on the horizon. Okay.
So I'll talk about the first part of coming from, Memphis and then coming into the Detroit market. Initially, it was very challenging. But because of the brand that I was representing, so I was like the BET rep for the state of Michigan. So if anybody wanted to do anything with BET, they had to come through me. So it was a different scenario at that point, but it changed when I started my own company.
Okay.
So it changed. I went from Cheryl from BET to Cheryl, the business owner, and it kind of shifted. it was frustrating for a minute, but I think it was very eye opening.
Sure.
And it taught me that, I had to be able to establish what type of reputation did I want my brand to have.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always tried to make sure that whatever I've done in this market is that it's very thorough, that, we don't owe anybody, what I mean, that we take care of our commitments, things like that. So that when people know that they see an event that we're doing, that they know that it's going to be a certain level of a professionalism, not only just on the front end what the public sees, but the back end of, dealing with the vendors and things like that.
Right. No, and that's very important. Your reputation is key, and I try to tell young entrepreneurs that that's bigger than anything. Your brand, your reputation. You want to make sure you keep that intact as you grow your business. So it's very important. Yeah. Cheryl, how do you see the marketing landscape? Now I know you didn't see it from a lot of different levels. Is it changing with the technology, or what? How do you see it?
It is really, really. It has really changed. I've seen it go from where it's more structured, where you got to have a whole lot of money to advertise, or you got to know somebody to get an endorsement deal. Social media has really leveled the playing field of talent for endorsement deals. I mean, I'm looking at Rocco, who I don't know if you're familiar with, but she was just doing jingles on TikTok. And next thing I know, she was getting a deal to do Dr. Pepper Baby.
That was incredible, though. Things normally don't happen that way, and I was stunned that it materialized like that. But that shows you again the power of social media and the power, of the social platforms. Because she didn't do nothing groundbreaking,
No.
Pure hustle.
But folk galvanized behind it, and next thing you know, like you said, she was cutting the deal with a major corporation.
Yeah, several. I think she's up to 3 or 4 now. So that whole social media, and sometimes it works for people.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't. You kind of rolling the dice. It just depends on what you're trying to sell or what type of image you're trying to project. For them, I always tell people, use social media for brand awareness, things like that. And if something else happens, that's gravy, because everybody doesn't go like that incident with Rocco. That's like, it's very odd. There are a lot of scenarios like that,
right.
Where people have gotten, very lucrative deals because of what social media is providing them, that access to people all over the world. So social media definitely is playing a major game in that.
So going viral can be very lucrative, huh?
Yes, yeah, it can be very lucrative depending on your numbers, because advertising generates everything. So there are some brands and companies, if you got 10 million followers, they're going to either want to promote their brand on your platform, or they may even pay you an endorsement deal to, show you using the product or wearing the product,
right.
Things like that. Mm-hmm.
No, that's important. And I know one of the things you do as well is get sponsorship for events. How does that work, Cheryl? I know it's people a lot. I work in radio as well, and people just think it's so easy to go get a sponsor. But how does that play out? Because it's a little bit more difficult than what people think it is.
It is the hardest job to get sponsorship, and I've been doing sponsorship acquisition and fulfillment, which is once you sell it, to make sure that you give them
Correct.
what they ask for. I've been doing that for since 1999, so that's like 26 years.
Wow.
And it is still the hardest job, but it can be lucrative, if you're a good salesperson and you got a good commission structure, and a good payment structure. But it's all about relationships.
Correct.
Sure. Absolutely.
It's all about relationships. There are some instances where, again, it goes back to your brand. I've had companies to sponsor me, and I had no relationship with that brand. They just saw what I was doing on social media and wanted to, be a part of it somehow. And, we ended up getting some sponsorship dollars. But once, we closed the deal, I had to go into the portal and fill out all this information. And it was a lot. I mean, it took a while to get through it. But if I wasn't prepared for that and I wasn't used to that, I would have given up and said, "Ooh, this is too much work, to do." But with sponsorship, it's sales. I mean, we're all salespeople. It's just with sponsorship sales, that's what we do every day. But we're all selling something to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's absolutely true. And I know people try to wait till the last minute to get sponsors. Corporate sponsorship. I mean, it takes months, months and months,
years,
a year or so.
to get it. I mean, people have an event next week talking about somebody that want to sponsor my event. I'm like, no, sir,
Maybe
I do not.
Maybe next year's event, but not this.
And that's what I see. The planning part is that we don't do a good part of that in our event planning.
Right.
Part. We kind of wait to the last minute and advertise in the last minute and expect results out of this world. So it's a skill. I mean, it ain't nothing that you just walk off the street and do. I mean, you got to know what you're doing. Like you said, you well over 20 years dealing with sponsorships, dealing with corporate America, and getting them to sponsor. Because your people be thinking that, your event is the greatest event ever, but everybody don't feel that same way about your event.
Yeah, they don't.
So you got to make sure that it's positioned in a way that it helps the company. That's why I try to explain to people that it's not just about what you want. It's about what you can deliver for them. I mean, they ain't just doing it, just because just
because they love you.
Your name's Cheryl.
It's about that ROI, baby.
Yeah, they want to see what can you bring to the table for our company, and that's what I try to tell people, that you gotta understand their side of it. It's not one sided. So, but it's great though. It's great that you've been doing what you're doing. What's the plan? What's the plan for the company moving forward though? What do you see you going? It's kind of growing from where you are, getting some other things. What do you see, Cheryl?
So with the Detroit Football Classic, just to kind of give you a little background on that, I'm the first African American woman to own a HBC Classic. There are two of us.
Wow.
She had her game first. But I took ownership in 2017 of a HBC Football Classic. That was a very huge undertaking. And, internally and production wise, A+. We, doing an event in Ford Field is not for the weak at heart. It's a lot of process. Again, it goes back to the processes, the requirements, all the insurance you have to have, the money, you know what I mean? So our attendance wise was not where it needed to be. And, that could play into, it could come from a lot of different things. There were a lot of things going on that weekend. But when that's the date that you're given by the venue, because, other things are already booked, you have to, work with what you have. But we needed more community support. I always say people pay and go to things that they value or they want to go to.
Right.
And we have to do a better job of supporting each other. Not just saying don't come, but actually come. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I think
where your mouth is.
Ticket, but we gotta do a better job of that, because we have the buying power. I was in the BET, and this is like in the year 2000.
Right.
We used to get reports every week about the spending power of Black Americans, and they were already telling us that within 25 to 30 years, if not less, it was going to be $1 trillion spending power.
Correct.
That's right.
They were already telling us that.
Right, and we're here. And that's why I said that when people try to marginalize the black dollar, we're not poor. We got plenty of money. what we're going to do with the money is the key thing. And really, with this show, we try to talk Black economics, Black economic development, because it has to be about that. It has to be at the forefront of our thinking, because we do have that kind of power. We do wield that sword that can help our community. We just need to know how to galvanize it and move it forward, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got to do it.
I think that what Jamal Bryant is doing with Target has probably opened a lot of people's eyes as far as, spending our dollars where people value them and reinvest in the communities where they make their money. We just have to do a better job of holding people accountable for that. But we gotta do it first. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I say the biggest boycott that ever happened in America is Black people boycotting Black business. That is the problem right there. We don't support our own businesses, which is shameful, because other nationalities do, and you got to. That's your base. So without that, I mean, it's hard for entrepreneurs to make it. I mean, I hear the same stories every day that we just don't get the support that we need. I mean, we're talking quality businesses, quality events, and we just don't get the support that we need. And somebody else might do something, and we all go buy a ticket. Go see that. So
we go get the credit card and pull it out.
So we understand what we're dealing with. Sure. But Cheryl, we got to get you in studio, because you bring a lot to the table.
Yes, you do.
For our community, and they need to know some of the things that you know, and then we want to shout out what you're doing as well. So it's always an open door policy for you to come in and talk about what you're doing. But we want to get you on as a regular person talking marketing, because things are happening so fast in our community, and we want to be at the forefront of it as well. So, Cheryl, give us your information, how people can find you and that kind of good stuff, and then we're going to definitely get you back.
Okay, so on Instagram, it's Ajamu_group, so that's AJAMU, and then _group, GROUP. We're also Black Girl Food Critic on Instagram. That's where I go to food reviews for restaurants, here and across the country, wherever I am at the moment. And then on Facebook, we're the Ajamu Group, LLCTHE, and then AJAMU Group. And then my personal Facebook is Cheryl Parks Ajamu. So if you Google the Ajamu Group, because it's number one.
Is that Nigerian?
It is Ghanaian. That was my ex-husband's name.
Okay. Well, no, that's
all right.
That's another show.
We understand how that all plays out. But you know what? No, you said a whole lot of good things though for us today, and we wanna build on that. And it is Women's History Month, so we kicked it off with a woman entrepreneur.
That's right.
That's been doing her thing in this community a long time. Sure, anything that we can do, again, we're here for you. We look forward to talking to you some more, and we thank you. I thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Southside. I appreciate you.
All right.
Cheryl's a graduate of Southside High School. That's why I keep referencing
Southside. Where did Penny go? He didn't go to Southside. Where did Penny go?
Penny went to. Did he go to Hamilton?
No, I think Penny went to. I thought he went to Treadwell.
Todd Day went to Hamilton. That's what I keep thinking.
Treadwell. I knew it was something like that. I remember that name now. Yeah, because he was a bona fide All-American superstar coming out of high school.
Yeah.
Actually, junior high, but yeah, he's a man. Nothing like
Todd
the old
Day
days.
doing some great things. Yeah, Todd Day. I mean, I was in Memphis a couple months ago, and I drove by Day Estates, which was like, these really nice houses that he had in the midst of, where a lot of Black people live. And he did that a long time ago, and it still looks really, really good. Everything looks great over there.
Well, no, that's a best practice there, though. We want to take a look at that, because that's what we need to do. I mean, things that went well across the country that we've done, we need to model those things and continue to grow with that kind of stuff. So,
Memphis is just Detroit hot. They're basically
Yeah.
Sure, I ain't been to Memphis yet, but I'm going. It's on my list. If not this year, early next year. But I'm going down and get me some Beale Street barbecue and some blues, and I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna go down here with Matt because this is stomping ground.
Cheryl, I'm gonna take him to BB King's, and we'll start from there.
Yeah. Start from there.
I'm gonna start from BB King's and work my way back to. It's gonna end at Interstate. That's all I got.
Yeah. You got to go to Lottaburger across the street, too.
Okay, there you go.
Absolutely. The white building. Yeah.
Yeah, the white building. They just got to paint it. They good now.
You a mess.
Cheryl, thank you. And we look forward to talking to you some more.
Thank you so
And hey,
much.
Okay,
stay
thanks,
dry
Matt.
with all this rain because it's still raining now.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
That was good, man. She's she has a lot of good energy, and she has a good business. I haven't seen her business though for a number of years, way back when, and it's good to put a voice with the business. Sure. And like I said, she does a lot in the community. And I forgot to tell her that we are foodies, so we're gonna follow her on that food.
Well, she knows I am.
That food critic.
Yes,
we
sir.
want to find out what's good and around this country, man.
We do a hood review.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. We're gonna do all that kind of good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Moving on, bro. We got to talk a little NFL, man. Always, the NFL is always present.
Man, we need to go into the luggage business because there's people moving, baby.
Hey, the year starts for the NFL early next week. I think Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
People can start signing all these agreements. People are moving around.
Yeah.
My Lions, because I am a Lion fan.
Yes,
Man.
you are.
I'm not gonna play around with that. I am a Detroit Lion fan, and I will be. But we let one of our staples go. We traded David Montgomery to Houston for a player and 2 picks.
Yep.
And it's been 50-50. Some people understood it. Said it make a little sense because we saved a little bit of money up under the cap, and he wasn't happy with his production as far as getting opportunity. Yeah. So they found a better place for him where he can be a number 1 back. But again, when you lose folk that are your staples, man, it's tough. It's tough to replace them, man.
But in Detroit, we grow on people. We love on people. This
We do.
family, we got Sonic and Knuckles, man. We were breaking records. I understand the dynamics of it. I guess if I was in the GM seat, it makes sense. But as a person that respects the Lions, I'm not gonna say a fan, respects the Lions.
Right.
It hurt me to see it. I was like, dog, come on, man, because he was the heavy artillery.
He was. I didn't like the way we used him last year, though, man. We did not play Montgomery enough. To me,
I don't think he played him enough at all.
And their argument was always, hey man, Gibbs is so good, he's growing so fast that you can't sit him down. But no, what made them what they were was because it was both of them. It was like you say, it was Sonic and Knuckles. It was a 1-2 punch, man, and it made a difference. And in the NFL, you definitely got to have a 1-2 punch. Definitely. So. Lions got to make some changes. They got to do some different things. Got to get that offensive line together. They saying the defensive line. Then we don't know about the safeties, man. That's really my concern right now. Kirby Joseph, they say that knee may not be up to snuff. And then we got Ryan Branch coming off an Achilles tendon tear. Right. So it's going to be slow for him. So we got some holes, man, some holes to fill. But again, that window don't stay open forever, bro. So you got to come through the window at some point.
And Chicago's already looking different in that they made a trade.
Chicago looks good. Then you got Green Bay in our division who got Micah Parsons last year added to their team, and then Minnesota Vikings is a good football team. So, hey, we ended up last in the division last year.
Well, they'll do better than that this year. They'll do better than that.
Well, we got to make the playoffs because if not, it's going to have to be some changes, bro.
Already made some
different things. Yeah.
The OC is different. So.
Yeah, they let the OC go, the one we had last year. He brought him in for 1 year, and
Well, he was like a bad relationship. They had let him go before it was official.
And Dan Campbell, he snatched the play calling away from the guy.
Yeah, it was over then.
But to me, Dan, I don't know if you're listening, but you're not a great play caller, bro. I just got to be honest with you, man. You're not a great. You're a good coach for sure. You're a motivator. You know your team, but play calling is something special, man. And you can see the difference between him and Ben Johnson, who we had last year and who called plays for Chicago this past season. You know, it's a big difference, man. It's something you got to know when to call stuff, man.
Yeah,
you got to know when to pull the trigger. So, but they got a new guy coming in, guy from Arizona. So we will see. I mean, the jury is out, but a lot of things you will be hearing about the NFL over the next couple of weeks. Free agency is upon us.
But I trust Brad Holmes.
People, and a lot of folk do, man. These last 2 drafts, though, Mac, has not panned out the way he thought they would. Now the first 3, because this will be their 6th year coming in, or 6th or 7th year. But the first 3 drafts were great. I mean, he was hitting it out the park. You get a Amon-Ra St. Brown, in the 4th round, stuff like that. And we was getting the Gibbs. You get the Gibbs and a Jack Campbell, in the first round together. So I mean, we made a lot of great moves, but then he made some moves that were questionable. He made some moves where it was developmental players. And when it's time to win, man, it's time to win. You can't not be trying to sit somebody they're gonna be ready 3 years down the road. No, you don't need that guy.
No, I got you.
You need to be able to come in and play. And the only thing that he did that I did not like with the media, he after we played in the NFC Championship game against San Francisco and lost, after that. He had a press conference and he came in, hey man, I got my receipts. I know what y'all saying and this and that. See, that to me was petty though, bro. You know what I mean? We didn't win. We didn't make it to the Super Bowl for one.
It was pain.
But yeah, and that let me know a little bit about Brad, that he do be listening, and he wanted to try to show up the media. One thing about the media, bro, the media they buy ink by the gallons, what they used to say about newspaper back in the day. You ain't gonna be able to out talk them. They always got the mic.
Yeah.
So you just want to be humble and get better.
But again, I'm gonna defend my fellow HBCU.
Yeah, he did. North Carolina Anti.
He was hurting. That was hurt.
Yeah.
To be that close, that was hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking to a gentleman today about that, man. And we went back. Shit, it's been 3 years now. Yeah. So yeah, we went back. That hurt because we were making Super Bowl plans at halftime. We up 17 at the half, man. Everybody in Detroit thought we was going to the Super Bowl.
Man, I was at Westwood Lounge on Schoolcraft watching that game, and it was like everybody was here.
And at the end, I was
boy, that hurt.
Yeah, I was over one of my partners' house. I'm talking about we was jumping up and down, running around, and at the end of the day, man, it was a quiet. It was quiet as a church mouse.
There was a lot of rent money that was lost.
People have made calls and tried to book this and that. Oh my goodness!
I saw a brother lose $1,500 at the bar.
Yeah, it was a bad day.
It was a bad day.
It was a bad day to have a bad day. So,
absolutely.
But we're going to keep our eyes on them. We got, I know you're a Steeler guy. We keep our eyes on the Steelers. They still got to find a quarterback. They talking to you, man.
Yeah, we're talking to a couple people. But
I'm
confident.
I just can't look at them the same without Tomlin. Tomlin was my guy for them.
Yeah.
So.
That was the brand.
That's our guy.
That's what I'm saying.
We got a guy. We got another guest though. We want to get him, man. We ain't gonna hold him up. We appreciate him calling.
Brother Khan is on the phone.
Brother Khan, you on the air?
Yeah, what's happening, man?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man.
Good, man.
I'm always battling.
This is the mayor of Tubi.
We glad to have you, man, because you bring something else to the table that that our viewers and listeners Want to hear. Tell us a little bit about what your company and what you're doing, though, Con.
Gorilla King Studios. I was
Okay.
Gorilla King Films. We done upgraded Gorilla King Studios now. So I just been working on producing a whole bunch of content. You see how 50 is doing it?
Yes, sir.
I don't like to say Tyler Perry because I don't wear a dress, but you see how 50 just put up the big studio, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
He cranking out a
He took
bunch of
over
content.
Shreveport, man. He took over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The South is for sale, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what it is, man. Just creating content. My new thing is rich off content. It's
Okay.
like I was doing a lot of hustling in the streets and trying to get money, you know, people's discretionary income, you know, with my team, a sales team.
Right.
But, you know, it's like it's drying up because of the economy. But with streaming, all I got to do is look at it and it generates a check. You feel me?
Right. So explain a little bit about streaming to me, because I know it's a buzzword. People use it a lot. How does it all work?
When I think of streaming, I'm thinking of attention coming out of your eyes, or like I'm watching it, I'm streaming it, or if I'm hearing it, it's like it's streaming through my ears. Like that's to me, they're consuming your content through the medium of streaming it.
Right.
Digital
And they can get right to it. They can go right on their phone. They can get right to you. You know, you don't have to be home with the TV and none of that.
And it's tracked now. It ain't like a DVD you put in yet. They don't know if you don't watched it or not.
Correct.
They can see exactly how many times it's been watched and cut the check.
And that's how it's monetized too, huh? Con, you.
How long they watching is a bigger thing.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people watching it, they might watch a couple seconds. That's different than them watching the whole movie, and then your check is bigger.
Okay, no, that's good information too. Because I'm telling you, man, everybody and their mother is trying to get on TV, do something.
Everybody's a celebrity.
Be visible.
Be visible. And
Most people are invisible. I'm just now getting to this point in my career that my superpower is visibility.
Gotcha.
You know, a lot of people go for
like that.
exposure. But really, exposure is being seen. But are you remembered? Are you relevant from being seen? One guy was like, "Man, I'm just gonna wild out and go viral. I'm making." He's like, "I see you making movies, and you got to do this to get 1 million views. But I could just go on and blah blah blah." But then I had to realize, are you relevant?
Right. Does it make any
You know what I'm
sense?
saying?
Are you?
Yeah.
Is there any value to what you're doing? Because anybody could go on and do something crazy. I mean, that ain't.
Man, you can turn water on and pour it, and it could get 1 million views and shit.
Right.
Some water pouring, it's a sound that's crazy could get 1 million views.
For sure. So, Con, what got you in the movie making business, TV making business? How did it all start for you?
I started off rapping, man. I started off rapping at a young age. I wrote my first rap at 9. And
Okay.
so I came out, I was in the streets. I went through college. I had my own studio. I was the only person in the conservatory with a key. I had my own studio. I was selling stuff out of my dorm room and buying music equipment. You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing music. I was going cross country, and then I had the first black reality show in Detroit. So I came home, boom, I seen a guy doing TV shows. I'm just running my mouth, blah, 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 blah. We can make some money like this, you know what I mean? We can send the people out, you know what I'm saying? So most people, when they local, when they got the small shows, they're not really making money. So I was able to talk my way into a reality show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so reality was cool. I did a little bid. I came back home. Started doing reality again, but it was so corporate. I didn't get into it to be corporate. I'm a street person. Well, I don't know, street person don't sound right, but I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
You're a community guy. That's all.
Yeah, you feel me? So I always don't want to put a suit on and do everything.
No
for
doubt.
Hey.
Good young man.
I want to have some fun. I don't want to TI it or Tough Daddy it out, but you know what I'm saying? I do want to have some fun with this thing. It is entertainment, you see?
No, I hear you on that. What's the state of what's going on now with Tubi and other platforms? And how do you see this thing panning out?
Well, just the way I got into it. When I first a guy asked me, he was like, "What are you best at?" Because I was doing a lot of stuff at the time.
Correct.
But my mind took it literal. What am I best in the world at? And that's hard. It's 8 billion people on this motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the time, Murder Them was like the only real niggas doing the hood movies. You had LA was doing urban films, but over here, Murder was like. And you had like Snake and little stuff. I went out, I had put one of my people from my reality show on one of their movies. They out there laying on the ground with a little camera. I'm like, what the hell is they doing? They missed days. I done dropped her off. They got days they ain't shooting and shit. I thought this was a film day. What the fuck going on with this shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? We can do that right there. So I did my first movie. It was big. It was the #1 hood movie in the world for about 4 months, and then it was The Come Up. So I had Carl Payne in it. I had Ha Davis in it, Spanky Hayes in it. I just put it out for free on YouTube. They was like, what is you doing? But it went viral. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it worked, money. You know what I'm saying?
That's hot. No, I kind of remember that too, though. I really do, because I know McGraw Ave was getting a lot of the play, but then I remember your movie got a lot of play.
McGraw Ave. That wasn't out yet.
Wow.
They did the Buffed Up, and they had just did 211. Now I was doing Hood Chicks, the reality show, and then I seen the 211 just because my people had brought it in. I wasn't even watching Hood movie. I'm like, I ain't watching that shit. So I put it on, but it was good as hell. I'm like, damn. And I remembered Fast Like Tail. He was good as hell. I'm like, damn, this nigga good as fuck. So when I did my movie, I pulled him in as my bad guy. So originally, most people thought my first movie was their movie.
Ah, you know what I'm saying? I got you.
So that point, and then he was the one that kind of introduced me to the downtown scene. This is my man. So he pulled me around. So all of a sudden, I'm the cool nigga downtown. I ain't even know this part of downtown shit. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But
Go ahead. No, so
I want to talk about filming with him for a minute, man. Martell Lane. So I come from rapping. So we all thinking somebody famous and some kind of powers, celebrity status. When I was filming with this nigga we was on Jefferson. We was filming outside for like 1 minute. Man, people was pulling up and shit. They standing on the side waiting to get a picture. I'm like, what in the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. So I saw the power of being in that movie type of light, as opposed to coming from being a rapper, and it's like, okay, that's just every nigga rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I could do this
back then.
Yeah, right. No, that's something. So, Con, you write, produce, direct, you do the whole thing. You act. What all you do?
Man, I'm a whole total package. I just went out of town, shot a Tubi special by myself. I just drove to Columbus and shot this whole comedy special by my damn self. But you know what I'm saying? But I try mostly if you position me somewhere best, it'll probably be director.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm able to do all of this stuff. Over this COVID, I really kind of figured it out. I'm like, man, people can't get outside. I want to keep creating content. How could I do most of this stuff if I don't have people to do stuff?
Right.
So I really start perfecting being able to get a project done with a skeleton crew as possible.
Okay. No, that to me, that makes a whole lot of sense, man, because a lot of times things stand in our way because we don't have all the stuff. We don't have all the cameras and all the camera people and the makeup and all of that. And then people say, I can't do it till I get all that. Nah, you got to do it. Like you said, you got to put content.
Yeah, you gotta keep doing it, and you gotta keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? This is what I come up with. It's like 80-20. Everything is 80-20. Come from Elijah Muhammad, and I start seeing it in business and everything. But I feel like 80% of the people is like groupies with talent. 80% of the industry is like groupies with talent. So with that being known, I'm an artist. I really create. I do this. I don't care I'm gonna put something out. You know what I'm saying? Something gonna come out of me. So with that kind of understanding, I never really trip about what nobody else is doing on competition. A lot of people be worried about what other people gonna say in competition. I'm gonna create what I got and I'm gonna put it out, and usually it's gonna do something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's how you got to do it though, because you never know which one is the one that the people will just gravitate to and make it what it is.
I've been making shit since I was a kid, and it took to the come up till I dropped a real hit that shook this bitch. But everybody don't even drop something that shook this bitch. You feel me?
You're right. They've been in it for forever and ever. I was listening to T.I. on his podcast. He had
that song is fire.
Yeah, he had Wallow on there from $1 Billion Worth of Game, and he was saying that that T.I. told him. Because he told T.I., said, I need cameras, I need this, and this. And then he was like, no, you got your phone. Go with your phone and make it happen.
Right.
And, long story short, now they didn't sign big contracts and they doing what they do because we stand in our own way, man. We overthink stuff, as opposed to
Most
going
of
out
the
and doing
stuff that have happened to me in my life been some shit that came from something I was doing. I'm like, I just had to realize that at 47 and shit. But I wanted to speak to that T.I. thing. I did a bid with T.I. and he taught a class in Little Rock, Arkansas. He taught a class called Professional Development. And he specifically was fucking with me on how to put out an artist with a industry standard budget. Right. One thing, when you were saying, he always got game, but he said Jeezy came to him. And he was like, man, I'm about to switch up my style. They keep fucking with me about my style, saying I can't rap, blah, blah, blah. He said, I told that nigga Jeezy, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Stay with it, man. And you got to be yourself, though, Con. I mean, whatever you do, be you. You know what I mean? They'll come to you. They'll catch up with you. You might be ahead of your time, but be you. Don't try to be nobody else, because as soon as you do that, people going to see it. And then you ain't gonna get that organic love that you're looking for.
Sure. You start to become invisible. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Notice the people have these ghost timelines. I meet people, I look at their timelines, nothing on there.
Right.
Like, what do you mean? You like 30? Why there ain't nothing on your timeline? What's going on?
So what's the future looking like for Gorilla Studios, man? What you got in the can? What you working on? What should we be looking for?
Okay, so I started New Detroit. That's the web series. That's why it's like my playground. I get to play. Like a lot of times, I've been watching rappers. That's why I'm basing my whole studio, the whole Gorilla King Studios. It's kind of like Hollywood Studios, but it's kind of like a nigga studio where you could come in, you record your song, you put it out. You got a producer to help you put it out. Well, now you come in, record your content. I want to work with influencers and shit. You come in, we recording some shit, we putting it out, building your brand and shit the same way, but just working with influencers over here. I'm doing that. New Detroit give me a place to put them in. Sure. Like say you get a new rapper, you want to feature them in a couple things before you put their own shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Put on this nigga song. So now with this web series, I bring some celebrities, some local celebrities, some big celebrities, whatever. And now other people that I'm working on, I can put them in the scene over here, put them in the scene over here. You know what I'm saying? Put it out so people start getting to know their faces. But I'm coming with the Come Up 3. I'm mixing AI in it.
Okay.
I'm feeling like, nigga, what? We got all this. I can be shooting shit and jumping out of plane and shit. You crazy?
Your imagination is what it is. You can do whatever you could think you could do.
Man,
you had the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, if you got a podcast segment on there with two brothers, talking about sports, you can put us on there.
Who? That's dope.
I'm in the web series. I'm starting New Columbus too. I'm down there. Well, I was shooting a comedy special. I'm fucking with niggas. Let's shoot. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right.
That's organic. That's just like you saying. Let people come in and do what they do. Because one thing I do know, that they looking for content.
Yeah.
Every network, studio, whoever, they're looking for content. And so if you got content,
like $6 billion that just Warner Brothers is looking for to put their content shit together. Paramount just bought Warner Brothers, and they bought it from Netflix. So now it's $6 billion over there for content. Netflix is creating a whole big ass studio. They following 50 Cent now, and 50 and Tyler. They been putting some shit up on the East Coast. And it's supposed to be dominating the whole shit. So I'm like, whoa, I might need to be soaking over in that area. You know what I mean? In those types of ways. Because it's money flowing. It is.
And like you say, it's billions of dollars that's out here, man, that's available. It's billions of dollars that's out here that's available. So definitely, and it's a lot of talent out here, man. Just untapped talent. That's out here as well. So I love what you're doing, man.
Ryan Coogler came out. They gave him $900,000 budget on his first project.
They did.
I'm like, what? Give me $1 million.
But Con, he ain't looked back either, though, Con.
Hell no.
He been hitting him in the head. Yeah, he been hitting him in the head.
This bitch. He's standing up on this bitch. You feel me?
10 toes down, for real. Maybe
he could get anything green lit. It don't even matter. He could get anything
after
green
he
lit.
did the Black Panther, it's okay, now what he gonna do? But now he just did his own shit. The center shit. That Black Panther shit wasn't his shit.
Right.
You feel me? He just did this center shit and broke some shit down.
His first call is to get the money. The second call is to Michael B. Jordan.
They
work on the shit. He owned that shit. that $1 billion shit, they get to hold it for so long, then it go back to him.
Go back to him. I saw that. I saw that deal, man. It's
man.
unprecedented. There's no other,
no black director did no shit like
nothing
that.
like that. Nothing like that. And they working on something else though. It's a period piece. I remember Michael B. Jordan was just talking about it because he's in it, and it's about
Mansa Musa.
Mansa Musa. That's what it is.
I had a Mason friend that kept saying, "You need to make it." I'm like, I ain't got the Mansa Musa money to make the motherfucker.
Mansa Musa. White folk don't want you to know about Mansa Musa because when you look at Mansa Musa, nobody had the money that he had. Nobody could touch what he did. No. When we talk about those gold roads in Africa, that's what he did. He was doing that kind of stuff. So that was a story I thought would never be told, but to have the kind of money that they're gonna have behind it to do it is amazing to me. So that's great. That's great, man.
That's big that he's doing that. Yep.
How can we find you, man? How people can get in touch with you if you looking? You got the web series going on, and then I know you got some movie stuff that you're doing. How do people find you?
The Come Up 2 is coming out, should be this month. They done been pushing that bitch back, but I'm like, you know what? Everything happened for the best reason.
That's Tubi too, right? That's on Tubi?
Yeah,
okay.
Yep, it's coming up on Tubi. But you can find me ASHEI, Ashe, Khan, KHAN, like Genghis Khan. But and then when you say Gorilla King, they call me Gorilla King. I just want to say this real quick. My crew called me that from when we was shooting the Come Up. So I come from reality TV. So we trying to capture this shit as soon as this happens. So we trying to, be on top of everything. But when you shooting a movie, that shit's slow as hell. They can put the lights up and shit. They gotta do all kind of shit with the mics and shit. So I done been and looked around about 10 times and found shit to do. Right. So but one time we shooting, and I'm like, man, we gonna hang the bag up from right here and shit. So they like, okay. So the lights was leaving. I'm like, man, that ain't gonna work. So they like, no, we gonna get it. They moving cars and shit up, trying to flashlights on it. I'm looking over here. I'm like, it's a big ass street light right here. I'm like, we just gonna set it over here under the street light. No, we gonna get this shot. So they done fuck with that for about an hour and a half, and they like, you know what? What's that shot you was talking about? So they came shot the shot I was talking about. It ended up being a better shot anyway. They like, okay. Now they start calling me Gorilla King because my mind, the way I think about different stuff, gorilla.
And people don't understand the movie making that's what takes all that time, man. You got to set up the set, you got to do this, and then you got to get the right shot. I mean, it's a lot harder than it looks. I
feel that when you got that big ass budget and you got all this equipment and you got to hang the shit off the rack. Man, we got a camera and a light, man. Let's shoot this bitch. Let's go, man.
No, I'm with you on that, man. We appreciate you coming, man, talking to us. But we're gonna get you back on. We want to keep people plugged in because Detroit really is the leader of Tubi to me. I mean, y'all, you can help me out, Con. But look, we got more content than anybody.
Man. Yeah. They couldn't find our movies, so Tubi, because of the Super Bowl, they act like it's a bigger platform. It's just the only place we could find hood movies, because that's what we want to see.
That's right.
We was watching it, now everybody else jump on it. This was the hood movie capital.
Right.
They fucking it up. They taking the and taking the quality control so high. Most movies can't make it because they were getting flooded with movies. But all you doing is you're gonna have to create a whole nother Tubi now. Because Tubi gonna turn into Netflix. Niggas already ain't watching Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right. Because that was our little niche, like you said, that we had. People were going there. So, but I'm ready for us to get our own platforms, man. That's why I do applaud 50 and Tyler Perry for that matter as well. But we get our own platforms and do our own stuff at this point, man. We gotta be there.
Even with 50 and Tyler, they still creating 4 other platforms.
Correct.
I think Tyler just bought BET. But they still creating 4 of these other platforms. And my thing, I was trying to create a Black Hollywood. Somebody stripped it down, but somewhere where all our movies be at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
One
so we can watch
shopping.
what we want to see.
Yeah, I see what Ice-T and them doing too with the OG network. I've been seeing a little, clips and stuff of that, because I'm always.
I ain't seen that.
Yeah,
Dame had his. I heard the whole play. They say he sold it for 100, but I heard he crushed all his debt and made 100. So that's kind of a little bit different than his shit only being worth 100. But he had a platform like that.
Yeah, because and the only thing they pick up old, black 70s black exploitation movies. we showing them because they were showing the little clips of the Mac and that kind of stuff. So I think it's a market for it though, man. I mean, people love. I used to love. I mean, we couldn't watch nothing else, but like the Watermelon Man and all those movies, man.
The original Car Wash.
We used to love that stuff. So
this is what last thing I want to say.
Yeah.
Maverick Entertainer came and gave entertainment. I got 3 distribution deals. That was the first one I was offered for that had little money attached. It was like $3,000. It was supposed to be this big. I done put like $35,000 on this movie, right?
Right.
So anyway, they offered me $3,000. This nigga tells me he got the largest catalog of black-owned movies. He's like, nigga, I got so many thousands of black-owned movies, and he giving everybody $3,000. I'm like, this shit crazy. It costs more than $3,000 to shoot it, and you own it. This nigga put a $25,000 recoupable marketing fee in the contract that he get all $25,000 before you get a penny. Most of these movies ain't even making $25,000. These niggas daydreaming. You see what I'm saying?
Wow. And that's the kind of stuff you need to know.
That's nuggets.
Catalog.
Yeah.
That's good information too, Con. Hey, I promise you, we're gonna get you back. We're gonna talk movies, man. We're gonna talk this, man. And me and Mac, we're gonna be on the web series too. We're gonna crash the web series.
Yes, sir.
I got you, baby. I got you.
We're gonna call it the Unc Report.
Unc Report. Yeah, come on, Unc. Come jump on this bitch.
Right. Thank you, nephew.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Have a good one,
no
man.
No problem. Yep.
Hey, that's good information, man. Because people think, and I know Miles know more than most. That
I saw his head pop up. Like, he tells us.
The movie making business is
more than enough.
It's more than what you think it is, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot more to it, and because I mean,
the struggle is real.
I hate to say it, but it's a lot of trash out here too, Miles. I mean, it's
garbage out here. I mean, if you think about Robert Townsend's Hollywood Shuffle, he kind of showed you how crazy it was to have to put it together.
I mean, like, how in the hell did that get on anywhere?
How'd they get green light?
Who said okay to this clown show? But there you go.
Relationships are everything.
We got to talk just a little bit about Women's History Month, man, because it is Women's History Month.
Yeah, we do.
We're going to have some folk coming on this month.
Sir.
We're going to highlight some people.
Big ups to all the special ladies out there.
All the ones that are doing great things in and out our community. And, I don't know if we have somebody that we want to just shine a light on.
Well, we shined a light on Cheryl. She was phenomenal.
Ajamu was good.
Oh, absolutely. I want to shout out Markeisha Reynolds over at 36th District. MJ Eccles over at Priska Fashions on 7 Mile. So we got sisters to celebrate.
I got one too. Diamond Smiles Dentistry.
Okay.
Dr. A. Dr. A is the truth. I love those ladies over there.
Yeah.
They in business. They right on Gratiot and Mount Elliott on the east side. But they do a great job with what they're doing. So definitely, man, we want to highlight all of that. And just real quick, man, one of our sisters took a loss, man, politically.
Yeah.
Down in Texas.
Yeah.
She wanted to run for Senate.
She was running. She was in there too.
In Texas.
Got 46% of the 46.2% of the vote. She got 1,068,348.
That's Jasmine
votes.
Crockett, who we talking about, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Jasmine Crockett.
Yes, sir.
She came up short, man, but you ain't heard the last from her.
No.
I'm gonna tell you that right away. She is a dynamo, and she got in the race late, and then her opponent, was raised
James Telecaro
raised $20 million.
And only won by 52.4%. He had 1,212,516 votes. You see how close that was?
Yeah, it's a very close race, man. And it's a precinct. And she had some problems with some of her people. And some of those Dallas County precincts weren't able to vote. So, I mean, a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Some happened. But she joined in. She congratulated the winner. She's not a hater. She's gonna take her flowers and keep it moving. Replacing her in Congress in her primary, the 30th district in Texas. Reverend Freddie Haynes got 72.6% of the vote, 76,555 votes. So big ups to him and congratulations to him.
Fred Haynes, man. I don't know if you ever listen to them preach, man. Yeah, that's a great family of preachers. So
absolutely.
So definitely big ups to him. He's headed to Washington. Well, no, he won the primary.
He got to win the general.
He got to win the general, but it is a Democratic
Heavy.
Yep.
Democratic heavy district.
District is what it
Congressional
is. So
district. Yeah, it is.
So we look forward to all that, man. But good shout outs to Podcastic, man. Podcastic, man.
Oh,
Y'all
yeah.
doing some great things, man. I get a chance to watch a lot of the shows that's broadcast here. Big things from Miles and his crew, man. So we always honored to be here on our day, on our Thursday.
Thursday at 3.
And we'll be back next week. We got some information coming. We're going to keep talking some sports. We're going to keep talking some politics. And we're going to keep talking social issues, man.
Real info, real updates, real game, baby. That's where you need to be Thursday at 3 o'clock.
All right. Finally, we thank everybody always for participating, for listening. We want to build this thing, man. Tell a friend that we're doing this, and we're going to keep doing it. And we look forward to talking to you guys on next week.
See you next week.